Hello, Speed Gaming fans, and welcome to the Random Dome. Today we have our daily open race for Link to the Past, and we are just getting ready here. I'm here with Mr. Green. He's my co-commentator. How are you doing today, my friend?
I am doing great. How are you doing?
You know what? I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited to see some rando going on. What are you hoping for? What are you hoping for to see to unfold for us?
Chaos. Pure chaos.
Yeah, Rando does have a way to clown, for sure, for sure. So, on our top, we have Barrett777 and Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. The bottom screens are Soyher and Power to Mario. We also have, as our trackers today, Hawkins59 and Chrome. So thank you to those folks. We should be getting started in just a few seconds.
Yep, and all we got today is a good old-fashioned open 7-7. No frills, just the good stuff.
No frills, all frills. A thrill a minute, for sure. But you're right, it's going to be starting at either Sanctuary or starting at Link's house, and basically choosing where to go from there.
I used to be a pretty devout Uncle router, but I've come around more lately to starting a Sanctuary. It just kind of flows a little better, I think.
Yeah, I go back and forth between doing the early Kakariko check or wanting to go south and hoping to find something to make that Kakariko check a little bit spicier, like a bottle or some cash, just some bombs. So I find typically I like to start off at Link's house, but I'm also pretty green at the game. So seeing the divergence for that better runners, more experienced runners make is something that I always enjoy when I'm doing these comps.
Yeah, it's always a good way, watching these streams, commentating them. It's always a good way to just, sometimes observation is a good learning tool.
All right, and while we're getting going, I got a question for you.
Shoot.
What are you hoping to see here? Are you hoping to see either a ped seed? Sorry, I'll say a blind ped seed. Let's say that, make it a little bit spicier, or a 3 dip into a dungeon. What do you think would be the better choice of the two?
Say the last one again. 3 dips.
3 dips into a single dungeon.
Depends on the dungeon. A triple dip of swamp is always nice because that's just no one sees it coming. So I like the idea of a triple dungeon dip.
Triple dungeon dip. Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy the hype of watching the ped get pulled, but I think if given those choices, just flicking into Swamp Palace 3 times is probably preferable. And it looks like we are off. Just some sticks in Link's house, and we're going to see where our runners decide to go from there.
And every single person chose to start with Uncle. Alright, so I saw a red pendant at Eastern. I didn't quite catch what was at Hera and Desert.
Yeah, that was a quick check for sure.
Oh, a nice bomb tree pull. That is, having those early bombs just takes a little bit of the edge off.
Yeah, that's one of those items that for me would pull me to Kakariko for sure. Definitely a nice to have, especially considering that we don't have any other offensive weapons to start this game. Also, the $300 cash is welcome early on as well.
Oh yeah, always.
So most of our runners are heading towards the village, but Ninja Tuna is deciding to see what's in the basement today.
Oh, okay. Does he have weapons? Oh, he's gonna use those bombs for those bombs to work.
He has the bombs.
Definitely taking the road less traveled.
That looked like a really quick check on Lumberjack, but I think it was 20 rupees. Could be wrong there.
Yeah, it looks like 20 rupees. So, you know, Aga's not needed for Lumberjack, but we can still see Aga for Dark World access, so we'll see what this seed's got for us.
Yep, but grabbing that hammer is making us it was allowing us to take one step back from going to Aga right away. Doesn't guarantee that we won't see Aga, but the hammer is definitely giving us a piece of the puzzle to open up to the Dark World.
Yeah, that's part 1 of 3 of our Dark World access, so we'll see what else we get.
And it looks like Ninja Tuna has pulled bombos from the basement, while in the brewer's hut there's a flute, which is a nice find for the village because we can activate that right away.
I always love finding the flute or Kakariko. Gotta say, I do like it's definitely a bold strategy to do that bomb escape. It's like I said earlier, it's definitely the road less traveled. We'll see if it pays off with any good items here.
Oh, that bombos might come in handy depending on what our Turtle Rock and Mire requirements are, but that's a ways down the way, of course.
Yeah, it could be helpful, but definitely not in any immediate future. Ooh, there's Pearl. Alright, so all we need is a pair of gloves for Dark World access.
And with just 3 hearts and green armor, that powder's a nice find to have early on as well.
Definitely doesn't hurt when you're going into dungeons like Thieves Town or Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, the folks in the Dark World just hug a little bit harder, so without having a lot of hearts, it's always nice to have a little bit of safety there, for sure.
Okay, so Power Mario is taking Cack to Lost Woods. That's something to see very often, so I like it. Let's see where it goes from here. Where it goes from here.
Alright, looks like Barrett has got the goose, and Sawyer is freeing their bird as well. Having the flute early on is going to make mobility quite nice in this race, for sure. I'm sure our runners are happy to see it early.
Okay, so looks like Power Mario is kind of doing like the opening route in reverse, doing Cack to Lost Woods to Lumberjack.
And Barrett remembering that they have everything to do Magic Bat, or probably the earliest Magic Bat I've seen in a long time. Let's hope it pays off. And it does not.
Gotta say, just like go into like this evil altar in the underneath the lumberjack or the blacksmith's house to get $20. Feels like kind of a bad trade.
On the flip side, $20 is $20, so.
Yeah, but what costs? Yeah, Link might have to sell his soul for those $20.
Who knows? Maybe Ganon will take a bribe this time.
I don't know about you. I see like evil-looking altars in people's basements. I usually don't try throwing stuff on it, like powder on it.
And that's why you don't have $20, my friend.
This is true. I can be $20 richer now.
All right, just a piece of heart on race game. And Chiduki Mario is giving us our first look at the Moldering Cave.
Yeah, definitely was an early lockbox of items. Get a nice, cool find. Ooh, takes that death though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The hammer is a tricky item to use to get those Moldorms for sure.
Well, the hammer is a weird beast because the hitbox when you're facing up has one less pixel of range than any other direction. So if you're hammering up, you have a much shorter range to work with. It's very awkward sometimes.
Yeah, we'll see if Power to Mario decides to stick with the hammer or use bombs.
Bombs definitely the way to go.
Yep, and we're gonna get a synced up search. Nice ice rod, sword. Glad to find that. More money, bombs, and just a piece of heart. So, not a bad find.
Definitely not.
I'm sure everyone's glad to see that ice rod early.
Yeah, Barrett777 says no to Ice Rod Cave. So, see where he decides to go next. Oh, he's going to Ice Rod Cave. And a mushroom. So, nice easy turn in with that flutes. Just take like 10 seconds.
Yeah, a lot of fetch quests early too.
Meanwhile, Ninja Tuna is taking us a look at desert. Okay, never mind. He's going to Gina.
Yeah, this is it could be a bit of an out of way check for Sphere 1. So it'll be nice to know what's. Oh, there's lamp from the mushroom, so that's a good trade in for sure.
Well, now we're at a 50-50 on if we're going to be doing Aga or Dark World. So if we find a Master Sword, that puts Aga in the logic. But if we find the gloves, that puts Dark World access for us. So flip that coin.
Or if you find a cape.
Yes. But something I'm seeing has become a bit more popular lately is you go from the dam to Gina to avoid orphaning that check.
Yeah, Sawyer is gonna give us our look under the bridge, and I'd imagine continue on to Zora area after that. I'm a big fan of this play. I know that this is a particularly common sequence break, but it's nice to get a bunch of checks out of the way real early.
Does Sawyer have the money for it? I can't see. It looks like 300.
It looks, I don't know, 382, maybe, no.
Yeah, it looks like 382.
Yeah, hopefully we find some cash along the way. Well, Power to Mario is in Eastern Palace. A lot of divergence with our runners early on.
Oh, speaking of fetch quests, there's another one for Sawyer.
All right, and unfortunately not having enough cash for pieces out here and decides to... Where are you going to go next?
Answer
Eastern,
question.
maybe? Oh, the shovel. Yes, the shovel.
Answer question, chat Sub-0314. Looks like Sawyer's using the Moogle sprite. Oh, that's a twist of fate. Finding the cash after the Zora.
Yeah, that's always how it goes, it seems, eh?
Yeah, sometimes Randall likes to twist the knife. Like, maybe you decide to dip a dungeon early, you don't find anything, then your very next check is the item you need to complete that dungeon. Oh, looks like Power Mario found his gloves.
So that would be our Dark World access.
Logically, at least. No, never mind. No, it's, disregard. Looks like Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna is having the same idea as Sawyer, heading up to Zora's domain.
Unfortunately, they're a little short on cash as well, so what the big fish is peddling is going to remain a mystery at least a little bit longer.
Oh, we all know it's nothing. Like, Zora having progression? What are the odds? Alright, so we got Red Crystal at Thieves Town. We've got pendants at Ice Palace and Swamp Palace.
And we got our hype cave as well. So, is this going to pay off, you think?
It rarely does. But sometimes... Oh, never mind. Well, I ate my words. Oh.
Oh!
What, was hype actually hype?
I was prepared for 3 hearts and $20 emotionally. I was not prepared for a fire rod and a mirror.
I wasn't prepared for actually something. Alright, Power Mario literally finishing out this route at the Dig game. We'll see where he goes from here.
Yeah, I'd imagine they'll probably also check Cave 45 on the way.
Yeah.
So we got the flute, we got the mirror, so we got quite a bit of mobility, but what we're missing is a pair of boots. They really make us go fast.
And that's them again. Gotta go fast. Alright, so right now it's 16.5 minutes in. Power to Mario is our only person who has made a dive in the Dark World.
Yeah, but I'm sure Barrett's going to be close behind because they also just picked up their gloves from Eastern. And
Power Mario saying no thank you to that Red Ruby. Moving on with his day. Alright, I imagine... Let's see, Power Mario get that fire rod from Hype Cave, so... Probably gonna go ahead and chase that. Oh god, 5 hearts, Skull Woods. That's, that'd be a bold Mothula fight.
that would be a spicy one for sure. I would imagine if it was me, I would take a look around the village, maybe dip at least the first 4 of Thieves Town. Maybe do all of Thieves Town, and then progress north to Skull Woods. But I'm less confident on the Moth fight than Power Mario is, I'm sure.
Yeah, taking that early Thieves Town is probably the safer play. So you end up with the crystal either way, so it's not like they're too far apart.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing stopping us from completing Skull Woods.
Oh, he's in Skull Woods, so... Let's see if he ends on taking this all the way, if he's just going to do a dip. Because if Power Mario intends to take this to Mothula, I applaud the guts. Is Sawyer doing our first look at Back of Escape?
I think this is our first look, yeah.
Oh, let's not check it yet.
Yeah, and usually the golden... Oh, that's a good find. We came to Samaria there in the Back of Escape. And I was going to say, normally the rule is you get the glove, you check the Back of Escape. So,
Generally, yeah.
hopefully Barrett and Power Mario remember that they have.
Power Mario's gonna accept the sweet embrace of the Wall Master.
And I was going to say, Sub-Zero reminding us that Barrett, Sawyer, and Power Mario all have blue mail. So it's going to make the Moth fight a little bit easier for Power Mario. Yes. A little bit.
I would say, 5-heart Moth is a tough owl, no matter which way you slice it. That is no gimme, even to a lot of experienced players. Ooh, Barrett is having the same exact thought process as Power to Mario. Both taking the fight to Moth. I salute you both for making this play.
Yeah, this is courage for sure. These fights are gonna make me sweat.
And with a fighter sword too. This is... Whew.
And at best, half a tank of magic.
Here we go.
I still absolutely believe whoever designed this room at Nintendo, it was an absolute status.
Probably the same person invented Dead Rocks.
Probably, yeah.
A lot of concentration from. Wow! Well done, Power to Mario.
That was a clean fight. Picking up our first crystal.
Get your GGs in the chat for Power to Mario. I know we still have 6 crystals, but and wow, Barrett also pulls off the kill.
Yeah, man, we have some high tier runners today for sure. That is a gross fight, no matter who you are with a fighter sword.
Like to not only have the courage to step up the modula at that low percent, but to also just take the fight to him. I say, get your GGs in the chat.
Alright, Ninja Tuna is going to pick up their can of Samaria.
Yeah, I imagine like you were saying earlier, there's probably just like one guy at Nintendo that nobody liked. He just like sat alone at the lunch table every day, and it's like you can design one thing in this game. He's like, gotcha. I've had a dream.
I've had a dream.
It involves conveyor belts, spikes, and giant moth shooting lasers.
I want to put it in a game for kids. Let me go.
Yeah, the man's like, I got into the video game industry specifically to ruin children's hopes and dreams. Let me design this one thing. Power to Mario and Barrett 777 are on the warpath, taking the fight to Thieves Town now. Oh, there's your boots.
This is a good dungeon to have boots in too.
Definitely, a lot of straightaways.
Yeah, so I'm appreciative of how the seed is opening up and letting our runners move quite freely. The anti-fairy for Tanuki Mario is the statue. That's funny.
It's been a pretty straightforward seed so far. Guys, I just realized we've got the Moogle's looking pretty out of place. We got 3 Mario sprites and a Moogle.
Alright, and I think Sarah's going to give us our first look at Tower of Hera.
Yeah, having that hammer, go with the Hera, that'll let you get all of Death Mountain in one go.
Yes.
Hopefully
No, I was going to say yes, except for Hookshot Cave.
Well, yeah, you would need Titan's Mints to get to the whole Dark Death Mountain, but you can at least do the Light World in one go. Apparently we missed it. Apparently Barrett 7777. I'm just gonna mess up all day. Got the God Pixel in the Hellway. Yeah, Power Mario does. I saw Power Mario pick up the Titan Smiths, but I can't remember where exactly.
It was in Sea House, according to chat.
Yes, thank you. So yes, unfortunately, Sawyer's gonna have to double dip the mountain to clear Dark Death Mountain, but still doesn't mean we can't find some goodies on the way. Alright, so except for those boots, not a whole lot of note in Thieves Town.
No. Sorry, I'm just watching the Barrett starting their blind fight. Of course, this is a scripted fight, so as long as they say doing the dance, it goes pretty easy. But falling off of a blind script fight could be pretty gross, especially with just a few hearts.
Yep, but Bear sticks to landing.
And Sawyer puts Moldorm away for their first crystal of the game and is rewarded with a compass.
Ooh, Power Mario's gonna be a little careful here. Okay, pulls it off. Good. So I guess we can just like the power rankings then. We can assume that blind is more difficult than Motula, based on what we've seen. I'm pretty sure it checks out based on what we've seen today.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what we need next. So we're gonna need a bow and arrow, probably a hook shot depending on our runner's abilities, and then just a medallion. We're getting close to knowing where all the things we need are.
Yeah, we're gonna need another sword. We're gonna need a bow. We know where the cane is. We still need to know what our medallions are for Meyer and Charterock.
A nice bottle in hammer pegs.
Nothing but bombs in the Hera basement. Looks like Power Mario's putting those gloves to work doing the Smith chain.
Yeah, this is a little bit of nice routing. Dropping off the Smith, getting it their reward, doing magic back, going up, collecting the mirror, and then grabbing the purple chest, and doing a little bit of the world tour.
Yeah, this has been a pretty easy breezy seed so far.
Yeah, nobly mentioning just medallion and bows away from hover mode, and that's what I was thinking too. I was wondering if any of our runners know how to hover or know how to Moldorm bounce, because that hook shot becomes a nice to have as opposed to a need to have.
We also still need another sword.
And we're gonna need another sword.
Oh, Sawyer already had the meds. So, my little spiel from earlier, just forget all that.
The kid just has a piece of heart.
Alright, so where to from here? You could fake Flipper into Ice Palace, that is an option. Although, if I'm Mario, I'd probably head up the mountain. You've got everything most everything you need for the trip, but Mario has other plans.
Yeah, Ice Palace is not super attractive without flippers or arcade, I would imagine. At this point, especially with Tower of Hera being available, and Pod being available as well. And the mountain in general. So plenty of options before going into Ice Palace, I would imagine.
Yeah, looks like Power Mario is setting up for the Graveyard Ledge, or no? Yes. Oh, you know what? I completely misread. Ice Palace is a pendant, so forget all that.
Yeah, I would imagine if I were the runners, the last thing I would want to see is early flippers, because anything that is locked behind Ice Palace or Swamp Palace is hopefully, you don't want to see it. You don't want to find out what it is.
Alright, so looks like Sawyer's going to be showing us our first look at the Meyer area. L Ranger R, Barrett 777. I am going to get that right eventually. I was playing as Birdo from Mario. Mr. Scruff Tuna is playing as a Goomba. Powered Mario is playing as Tanuki Mario. And Sawyer is playing as Moogle.
Yeah, and just also a reminder to give our runners a follow for putting on a great show today. They're all we've been watching some amazing boss fights, so definitely follow up with these guys. I noticed that Bombos was our medallion for the Meyer.
Excellent. So Scrap Ninja Tuna is going to be in a good position once he gets around to Meyer.
And L Ranger, you're right. Tanuki is best Nuki.
Yeah, so now, unfortunately, just some bombs waiting in the Hera basement, but Hera basement's just one of those chests you always feel kind of bad for leaving behind.
Yeah, either it's a huge time sink or it's a huge time save, but you never know until you commit to it, right? It's the Schrodinger's cat situation. Oh, bad dead rock.
Oh, that is a tautology. Dead rocks are always bad.
Excellent blind fight from Ninja Tuna.
Alright, so it looks like we're getting some retrace steps here, except Sawyer did dive in the desert. I didn't see anything.
Did Sawyer do the front of desert? Or just the back?
No, they did the front of desert. I didn't see anything.
Yeah. I didn't see anything either, so
See, this is the part of the game where you're like one or two from go mode, and you think, I got this. This is going to be so easy. and then 45 minutes later, you're still one from go mode, going insane.
Yeah, you're 2 items away from go mode with like 112 checks left, right?
And then Randomizer's like, not on my watch. Mr. Scarf Ninja Tuna profits a cool 10 rupees for saving the blacksmith's life.
Pays for the 10 rupees that they gave him. Oh, because he got 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, he nets 10.
Which, yeah, I know Link's the hero of Hyrule and everything, but, you know, maybe consider upping your asking price.
Yeah, those the Smiths can be a little stingy sometimes, it seems.
Like, hey man, thanks for saving my mortal soul. Here's 10 bucks, go catch a movie.
Right, we got one check here in Hookshot Cave.
See, it was more profitable to go up to the top of the mountain where the the evil wizard lives than saving the immortal soul at the
Turtle Rock is also Bombos.
Well, good call by Mr. Scarf Ninja Tuna then.
Yeah, that's a good position to be in for sure. Berry Lock. Yep, the rods came fast. We have the access to get into TR, so I'd imagine that the seed is pointing us in that direction.
Mr. Scarf Ninja Tuna might be give us our look at Meyer. He's got the key, he's got the cane, although no bow. So we'll see how eager he is to
a fighter sword Vitreous fight.
Yeah,
that's a gross one.
Cane Samaria was in the back of Escape. Yeah, so Bombos is the key to both Meyer and Turtle Rock. The only person who's found it is Mr. Scarf Ninja Tuna, who found it in, I believe, the vanilla boomerang chest in Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, going to Hyrule Castle has been a big payoff for the seed.
And we were saying early on how going into Escape with bombs, it's definitely a bold move, which is definitely might be the key to victory today.
Yeah, I mean, with so much of the world open, being pulled back to Hyrule Castle it's definitely not top of mind for a lot of runners, I'd imagine. But as long as the flippers stay hid, it won't. It will pull you back to Hyrule Castle because there's only so much you can do in Pod and Eastern Palace without the bow.
Now, what might not be a bad idea after you get that clear the desert here? Maybe a dip in the mire, because go moding mire isn't too bad if you have to double dip it. You've got Bombos, so it might be pointing you towards something. Ooh, very clean Lemlos fight from Barrett.
Yeah, that was a very slick fight with the fire rod for sure.
You find the key to both your medallion dungeons in a Sphere 0 check. Like, I would take it as a sign. Like, maybe don't kill Vitreous unless you're just feeling particularly bold today. But I don't know. I take it as a sign.
Yeah, like either Meyer or trek up to Turtle Rock where there's just a ton of checks.
I guess I don't think we've seen Mr. Scarf Ninja Tuna do Mountain yet. So yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Has anyone done the Scam King? L Ranger asks. No, Zora hasn't been checked yet. We haven't had the cash till now.
Yeah, a couple of our racers have been up to his area, but no one's had the money at the time they were there. Alright, so Mr. Scarf Ninja Tuna is following reading my mind. Oh, we've got our 5-6 crystals. So Barrett is going to be showing us the pyramid theory. Half Magic, I think, was in Paradox Cave, if my memory's right. There's a can of beer now, which Barrett says, nope, I'm good. If Half Magic's not in Paradox Cave, oh, there's the flippers.
Yeah, that's not an item you want to see in this seed right now. And the book as well.
Yeah. Alright, never mind. He's got the flippers now, or the cane now. Yeah, so unless you find the bow in Meyer, if he goes for a 5 sword Vitreous, kudos to him.
Yeah, that's. We were talking about the gross moth bite with the fighter sword, but a Vitreous sight with the fighter sword is a completely different beast. I'm wondering, do you think that we're gonna find the bow first or our master sword? What is your instincts telling you there? Because we could be ending up with a master sword go mode hunt.
That was always fun. That's a good question. I need to think about that. So we got 2 opportunities for bows, and we got 3 opportunities for swords.
I don't know if it. So I'm reading the chat here, and L Ranger is calling a master sword on Ped. I don't think I've ever seen a master sword on Ped outside of the vanilla game, but that would be the most hype Ped ever, I believe.
You know what? I'll subscribe to the meme and say there's gonna be a sword in the swamp. Oh, Barrett has his Balmos medallion now. Ooh, cutscene chest. Oh, it always sucks to see cutscene chests have nothing. Okay, so Barrett is. Let's see where Barrett has next. He's in the pod area. Yeah, that appears to be the play.
Yeah, this will be our first look at pod.
Now, depending what's in that first chest, this could cut the run pretty short. Oh, is Scruff Ninja going for Vitreous? Ooh, boy.
Oh, be careful, Sawyer. Alright. Putting away the moth.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say putting away the moth, but there's got kissed a couple times by those spikes.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I'll subscribe to the meme that there's a sword in swamps. That's kind of always seems to happen. Alright, so we've got... If this is a key, then we got a few more checks. Okay, so you take that to the back. There's at least 3 more checks in logic. A couple more if you want to hammer jump those Dark Maze chests. Really going for the big key chest, okay. Sword and Swamp's a meme just because it, for whatever reason, maybe it's confirmation bias, but Sword and Swamp just kind of tends to happen pretty often.
Alright, here's our Vitreous fight.
Yeah, those eyeballs hit like freight trains.
Is that Ninja Tuna's only bottle?
It says he's got 2 on the tracker.
But only bottle with stuff in it, I meant.
Oh, I could not tell you. I'm wondering if Barrett goes for the hammer jump to get over to Dark Maze without burning the key. Well, he's got a key now. Wow. Oh, there's Master Sword. Because since we had bow locked side, I didn't know if we'd run short of keys before we, get to it. Well done by Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna pulling off the Fighter Sword Vitreous fight.
Yeah, that's definitely an MVP moment of the race for sure. That is not an easy fight to do with just a fighter sword and some bombs. And a hammer.
Alright, so not a whole lot to pod. Besides that Master Sword. So I guess that would also open up the tablets for checking. I'm just going to go ahead and guess that Dark Cross is the map or the key because nobody has gone back to check Dark Cross. I don't know. I'm a commentator. I can't be bothered to count items and stuff.
Yeah, it would have to be. Because I don't remember seeing the map at all. Power to Mario is giving us our first look at Catfish. And maybe routing in Zora at the same time.
That's a good play. I like that. Meanwhile, the Pyramid Fairy is giving out free goo.
Yeah, it's a stacked pyramid, but it's stacked full of stuff that our runners did not want to see. We were hoping not to see those slippers and not to see the book.
I think this is our first look at the Zora. Second time on Waterfall. Don't recall. Yep, as usual, King Zora's got nothing.
What a grift.
That's what Scamfish does. He scams. So what's interesting is Mr. Craft Ninja Tuna is really putting off that mountain trip, so I don't know if he's trying to put it off for last so he can finish off Turtle Rock into Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, I'm a little confused why they chose to go into Ice Palace before doing the mountain.
It could be multiple trips on the mountain can eat up a lot of time. Might be. All right, Sawyer's about to confirm what I was thinking earlier about the Dark Cross chest, so we'll see there.
No, I understand that you don't want to be zipping up and down the mountain, but still, there's Tower of Hera, which we know that is clearable, and then Turtle Rock, depending on the medallion, would be clearable as well. Plus all the mountain checks in the Light and Dark world. It seemed like the most dense play to make, as opposed to Ice Palace. So I'm curious about that decision.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Yeah, we could all be. Could be Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna gets the last laugh. We'll see if Ice Palace pays off anything big.
Maybe he just wants to do a fighter sword holster fight for funzos.
That complete the
asserting his dominance.
Yeah, it's T-posing all over the enemies, the bosses to assert dominance.
Oh, so there was the map in the back.
Okay, so yeah, looks like I was right on that one.
Yeah, so did we get a chance to look at Dark Cross?
Sawyer checked Dark Cross for us. I'm curious where this bow's gonna end up. You Power to Mario making the dip into Hookless Swamp, so another bold play. Now going for go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say they're looking for either the hook, the bow, or the Cane of Samaria. Unfortunately, the Cane of Samaria is back at the castle.
Looks like Sawyer is going to give us our first look at Charter Rock.
And we're getting that coaster fight after all.
Oh, he caught a fairy. I remember he caught a fairy early on in the dungeon.
Still, this is a tough fight with the hammer for sure.
To which Mr. Scarf Ninja Tuna says, "I don't care. I'm doing it anyway." Alright, so let's see if Hook the Swamp is going to pay off either medallion, which we know is not necessary. Sawyer showed off a good bit of awareness, taking the other direction with the conveyor belt here. There's no hook shot.
Yeah, that's a nice little piece of game knowledge for sure. And the west side of Swamp Palace is bust.
Right, nothing but bombs on the Bombos tablet. And Ninja Tune is just not a fan of the mountain play.
Ninja Tuna is making a decision that he wants to do an oops all dungeon run.
Like, I would probably guess it's to minimize trips to the mountain, but at some point, you know, you gotta take the mathematical play. Up on the mountain, you at least have a clearable Hera, and, you know, Mr. Trump Ninja 2 doesn't notice, but he's also got a clearable Charter Rock.
Bear is making their way through the back of Meyer on 3 hearts. It's a little spicy situation that they're in.
Oh, showing off some spooky action too. There's that.
There's
bow.
our bow. There's the bow. So with that bow, it basically means that there has to be at least 2 treks up the mountain.
That's one way to do it.
We're getting our Burna blender from Barrett. But we're going to be running out of cane juice soon.
Yep, but it did what it needed to. Power Mario's to death. I didn't see where he was.
Yeah, I was watching the Vitreous fight Barrett. That was an excellent fight.
Oh, and we got a almost vanilla mirror shield. Technically in the right spot, just a world apart.
The Master Sword, I believe, was in Pod Dip.
I think after this, Nintsu's gonna be out of options. I think they're gonna have to pull the trigger on that mountain play.
Yeah, you don't see too many people last location in the entire mountain, but here we are. And Power to Mario is going to go in and do their pod dip and get their Master Sword.
I'm curious if anyone's going to choose to try to bypass the Mimic Room in the basement. Out of curiosity. This is our first look at either tablet. Just rupees. Did Sawyer bail on Turtle Rock?
I was just about to ask the same thing. Seems like it.
No bottle. No hat. Oh, he's got half magic, but Fighter Sword, Trinox, that's.
Yeah, maybe just thinking not overly confident in the fight. Plus I got this bow I can clean up some stuff in pod and then Misery Mire and head back up to the Tronix fight when I have a few more hearts before heading into the Kansas Tower.
Yeah, at the same time, I give the old college try. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, looks like Power Mario is doing the Mimic clip. And he just about has it. He's got it.
It never stops being funny watching the mimics just float up.
He turns 360 degrees and walks away. A hook shot. We got a bow locked hook shot.
So that is definitely confirming that we need to be running up and down the mountain if we're following the seed logic in this game.
Yeah, but logic's more of a suggestion than rule. I was really hoping for the legendary bow locked bow. Like, I've had it happen once where I, not Mimic Clip, I did the potion camera unlock and found the bow on the arena ledge there. Good stuff.
Yeah, that'd be gross. Or getting a bow off of Armos.
So I'll tell you one of my all-time favorites. This was a while back. I had a mire where the two items were shovel on the big chest to go dig up the bow. The second bow was on Vitreous. Yeah, so your choices were to get the shovel from Mire, leave, dig up the bow, come back, fight Vitreous for this other bow, or just fight Vitreous for the bow.
You should have just outsourced your Vitreous fight to Ninja Tuna.
Yeah, I'll see if he does commissions.
Nice use of bombos on Saria's screen.
Yeah, you don't really need magic in Pod, so, you know, smoke him if you got him.
And a gross little dead rock, too, on Power to Mario's screen.
All dead rocks are gross. Wait, what? Oh, I think Sawyer just had a quick swap malfunction. That's unfortunate. Alright, so looks like... Oh, Power Mario still doesn't have his cane.
Yeah, so they're gonna be bottlenecked until they go back to the castle.
Okay, chat's correcting me. Sawyer did not pick up the big key before heading to Helma. Speaking of Sawyer, okay, never mind, he's good.
$20 in Spike Cave.
So at this point, I'm guessing the other two swords gonna be in GT or some other.
Yeah, because we've seen Swamp, we've seen Ice Palace. Could be one on Pet.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's that pent up for a sword. Okay, Power Mario's about to get his Cancer Mario. Very nice, Trinex. Oh, is Scrub thing just trying to break out the hover? And calls it. Down goes Trinex.
Yeah, very good Trinex fight. And $20, sweet. So I don't know if we actually pointed this out, but if Barrett's feeling confident on their hovering or Mulder and Bonk, they're in go mode.
Yeah, I haven't seen Barrett race a whole lot, so I could not tell you. So I guess we'll possibly find out. But he's got his bow. He's in the pod.
Yeah,
Anyway,
well,
so
he's gonna head to pod for sure. And Sawyer is just in regular go mode.
yeah, I'd say Barrett's got a pretty commanding lead.
Hookshot was in pod.
Bow locked side. Alright, so the final crystal for Barrett. Is Sawyer going for a death warp here?
Yeah, seems like it, but why?
Oh, they saved the TR portal. That's why. Good awareness. Very nice. So yeah, they'll just climb back up the mountain, or not. Alright, they're gonna pick up some potions, then climb the mountain. I think you mentioned earlier, I like that bunny Goomba sprite a lot. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna is making his thoughts known on that bow placement.
I mean, to be fair, they could have had that bow like 20 minutes ago.
Alright, well that is Crystal 7. Do you want to tell the people, lovely people in the chat what time it is?
It's a number guessing game time. So there is 22 chests in Ganon's tower. Where's the big key? Get your guesses in now for internet points and bragging rights. Do you have a preferred chest? Do you like to guess?
22.
You know what? I guessed 22 in the last race I calmed, and it turned out to be 22.
Good.
I'm not
Harness that power.
harness that power. Double it down.
Evil. Use it for evil.
All right, we're going double. We'll do double 22s. Power to Mario using the Burna blender again to get rid of the eyeballs. Such a very satisfying way to fight Vitreous.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Mr. just like popping that smaller block at that. I don't know what that's called.
Alright, and we are off for our big key hunt.
Hour 18 in GT, so very good time so far. It's been a pretty drama-free seed.
Yeah, and chat pointing out that with no silvers and a Master Sword, this seed is going to continue the tradition of gross fights. Alright, and that is 3 keys and a heart for, I think that's check number 6, 7?
That was check 7.
Without that can of Burna, Sawyer's having a rougher Vitreous fight.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
Burna was on Pyramid Ledge.
Alright, the hunt continues.
Yep, we got that cape now, so we can go check Bumper Cave.
I mean, if you really want to.
Now, did Sawyer have anything in their bottles? I guess they can probably catch a berry on the way.
Yes, there's at least one anti-parry right before the Meyer basement. Right here. Never mind, 2 anti-parries.
It only has 1 bottle, though.
And all these checks in GT basement, still no sword. We're getting close to 22.
Power to Mario is picking up their bow and arrow. $18 is bombs, and 19 is a big key.
Boo!
Alright, Sora's back for round 2 with Vitreous. I didn't see if they picked up a fairy on the way, but oh yep, they just give us a check, so they did.
Okay, so I got the fairy.
Alright, so we're putting Vitreous away that time. Picking up their crystal. And what I would be imagining heading straight up to Turtle Rock.
Yep, meanwhile, Barrett is making the climb with the gauntlets. Going well so far. Oh, trying to keep their portal again to TR. So yeah, they'll be able to make a really quick re-entry into the Trinex fight.
And speaking of Trinex fights, Power Mario is squaring off with Trinex right now. They're asking if Rod was in Mire. No, the ice rod was. Oh, it was real. Both rods showed up real early in the game. So maybe even Kakariko for the ice rod.
Maybe I couldn't tell you.
It was within the first 8 minutes of the game.
There's Tempered. Oh, and a very, very opportune health refill.
Yeah, that Temper Sword's a nice find at this point. Chat reminding us that Ice Rod was in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Alright, no silvers for our racers today.
They're getting a little bit bodied in this room.
So my best guess is that Silvers are probably back in with Argus past the diver down room.
Yeah, there's not too many checks left.
I guess Ganon will tell us.
Yeah, did we didn't even go into Easter Palace, did we?
I think Power Mario did early on. I think our gloves are there. Our gloves are there. Alright, time for the final showdown with the pig.
Sawyer collecting their Turtle Rock Crystal, and Ninja Tuna is heading into Ganon's Tower. Powder Mario is about to go into the Hermosaur fight, and Barrett's in phase 2.
Yeah, so I'd say Sawyer's maybe about 30 seconds or so, 45 seconds behind Mr. Ninja Tuna. Swamp Palace, I called it. Ooh, Ganon protecting his torch. Oh, Mr. Ninja Tuna is showing us the tile room chest, so maybe that's where our gold sword is. The other bow is in Swamp Palace, behind the diver down room.
And tile room gives us a B. Barrett has put down the pig and is going to cross with an official race time of
1 hour, 30 minutes, 42 seconds.
Get your GGs in chat, my friends.
Ooh, I recognize this music right away. It's Final Fantasy Tactics.
So, Barrett has finished first in our restream and 4th overall. P-Train coming in at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 39 seconds. Vortex of Doom coming in at 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 15 seconds. And Phyllis, I think that's how they pronounce it, is 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 18 seconds. And we're joined now with Barrett. Congratulations, Barrett.
GG.
Hello, thank you, GG.
So, that bow.
Yeah, that was, I was really hoping, you know, I'm sure everyone was, that the hook shot would show up before the bow. And I was very worried for a couple minutes, of course, until I went to Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, and the game kind of gave you a false lead, too, by giving you those flippers early, sends you off on a wild goose chase into ice and swamp.
Yeah, I kept thinking about, because I wanted to do the flipper checks, and I ended up doing it with the north route, I guess, but, well, I guess all I had left was the whole south, Dark World, Swamp Palace, Ice Palace, so I'm That's one decision I was pretty happy about, is just leaving in Village of Outcast when I got the Titan Smiths and going up to the mountain. I should have done Desert first, but I don't think it mattered.
Yeah, kind of. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah.
Honestly, except for that bow, it's kind of an open and shut seed. Not a whole lot of drama except for that bow.
Yeah, boots early and ice rod early and flute really early. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, a lot of early mobility for sure. The decision to go up to the mountain was definitely a wise one. We've had some rubbers trying to avoid running up to the mountain for as long as possible, and it's bitten them in the end.
Yeah, I forgot about escape, so I did that late, but it worked out anyway with smooth routing. It saved time doing a lot of checks in a row. Had some really long loops, I guess.
And some really gross fights with just a fighter's sword.
Yeah, I didn't know about going into Skull Woods. Yeah, we didn't get swords for a while.
Yeah, definitely a sword starve seed. I'm curious where that final sword is, but I guess we're about to get information on the pedestal here in a second from the epilogue stream, but not a whole lot of places they could have been with everything we know.
Also, forever till we got a bottle. That was tough. Yeah, I'm glad that I was able to finish Full Woods and Vitreous. If things had gone wrong there, I could have spent a lot of time just dying over and over again.
Yeah, you were able to use the can of Burna. Oh, blue goo on pet. You were able to use the can of Burna to blender up Vitreous, which is always very satisfying to do.
Yeah, I don't, I haven't practiced the boss fights very much, so I don't know that spin strat's doing them well, but just use a blue thing and swing a lot, and it works out. Same with Trinex. Oh, I've died too many times trying to use the hammer, so I just keep whacking him with Master Sword. It's a lot safer, at least for me.
Yeah, you get that extra reach. Ooh, Struffing jumps on the nice triple on Aga. Very nice Aga fight.
Were there any deaths from the other runners?
Yeah, we've seen a couple. The seed was, as we said earlier, sword starved, and for the first little while, you got your Dark World access, but not a lot of hearts either. So
Yeah.
We got some pretty close calls with some Mafia fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vitreous got someone at least once. Using dash pokes on Ganon. I think that was a 1-1 for Ganon.
Yeah, went real quick.
Key was either 19 or 20. I can't quite remember which.
It was 19.
Okay, I knew it was like 19 or 20.
And we know that it was definitely not 22 because that's a bottle.
Not even a cool bottle, I think it was just B.
Did Ninja Tuna miss the torch glitch?
Shouldn't be too bad with half magic. Ooh, just missed the triple.
Oh, it almost got knocked off too. Yikes. So Barrett, do you have any other thoughts about how you're feeling or like what your concerns were as you were running the seed?
No, I don't think I ever felt bad because I never had to go back to anywhere. Didn't have to do pendant dungeons. Had to skip half the dark world. It was great. I didn't die, and so I felt like I was doing well.
Yeah, there were a couple of rough asks by the seed boss fights.
All right, and Ninja Tuna has put down the pig. Finishing second on a restream with 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 34 seconds. And is 6th overall. So after Barrett, Tito's finished with a time of 1:31:40, and then Ninja Tuna is 6th so far. Ninja Tuna is joining us as well. Get your GGs in chat for him. How are you doing, my friend?
It would help if I unmuted myself.
Couldn't hurt.
Doing good, actually. And I am glad this was a fun seed, because I can see how we could have gotten a 111 and it not be a hover seed.
Yeah, there was a... You chose to do the leisure route through some pendant dungeons.
Yeah, I blame the fact that we got both the book and the flippers in the Pyramid Fairy. You don't put two somewhat okay items in one spot like that if you don't want us to go into pendant dungeons. Come on.
Yeah, those were two items that you did not want to see in this run.
No, I mean, I am sad that flippers locked my silvers, but yeah, it's just a meme at this point.
And God only knows where that final sword is. I assume probably also in Back Swamp for the memes.
Oh yeah, I was so glad to find that second sword. I was like, all right, I don't want to be hunting all over the world for one more sword if there's not another one in GT. And I got that Master Sword, and I'm like, yes, go mode, finally.
Yeah, that was a nice pull. Now, Power to Mario is doing their GT climb, and they still only have their Master Sword.
Yeah, they'll find their tempered up in the mini Helma.
Most definitely.
Ooh, Power to Mario I think is using Temp.msu.
And we're joined with Sawyer, who finished with an official race time of 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 6 seconds. Third on our restream and 7th overall. Kizar Crate finished 1:40:29 for 8th. And then Ryuden, I apologize for that, 1 hour, 40:52 for 9th place in the race overall today. Sawyer, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. Good game.
Yeah, GG's to Scruff, Ninja Tuna, and Barrett, man. You guys crushed it. I don't know what happened after I got that hook shot. My brain turned off, and I did so many dumbs.
Oh! Power Mario skips the tempered sword.
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah, did you end up doing Swamp after getting that hook shot?
No, I was up in Turtle Rock, and I saved the portal after I got the hook shot and went straight to Pod and Meyer, and then went back to the portal.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I routed this a little differently, I think.
Well, thankfully you didn't pull a me. I ended up getting those flippers out of the Pyramid Ferry and instantly thought, hey, let's go to ice. Screw the mountain. No, let's go to ice.
Yeah, in fact, we were talking about that quite a bit during the race. We were curious if the avoidance of the mountain was a strategic thing.
I was hoping I'd find the bow outside of the mountain just so I could go ahead and make it a one-time climb. But I'm not going to lie. When I saw that ether, I was like, please, TR, please, give me this. I just want this.
I'll say,
Yeah.
choosing to do bomb escape early on really gave you that early advantage as far as having the only medallion necessary for the entire seed.
I was glad I actually found something decent in there, because I typically always start with Uncle, and then you get the 8 bomb tree pull, and it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and just do the front of escape.
While we have all you here, I wanted to point out how incredible your 5-part fighter sword Mothlit fights were.
I really dislike Mothula.
But why?
I actually avoided that as much as possible because I hate Mothula that much. So I was like, let's go do everything else I possibly can. And I found half magic, and I was like, all right, I can go back now.
Nice.
Amathio is my best friend, so he'll be upset to hear that.
Yeah, the Mothula fight, the Colster fight was also an impressive one, Ninja Tuda. And then I think you also did like a fighter sword Vitreous fight.
Oh man, that video fight. I intended to do a bit of a better strat with that. That's why I got the blue potion beforehand. But if you time your spin slashes just right, you can just get 1 tick of goo damage per spin slash. And I was like, all right, 7 hearts, blue mail. Even if I screw up once, I'm fine. I get hit by 2 eyeballs, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna play it safe.
Oh, okay, so that's what that was.
Yeah, Vitreous was particularly unkind this seed.
Mm-hmm. I figure that's where most of these times are coming from, either a death to Vidi or just really, really rude dungeons.
I'd say either death to Vidi or avoiding Vidi
Mm-hmm.
to the bow. Okay, I was concerned if Power Mario had a potion, but he's good.
Well, I'd say GG's to everyone. Thanks for putting on this restream. It's really cool, but I got a jet.
All right, you have a good night.
Night, everybody.
Sorry, do you have any other thoughts about this particular seed?
I would like to go back and watch however P-Train and Vortex did it, or Files for that matter. Like, those times are insane. I think Fighter Sword is the worst sword, and I hate it, but I need to get better with it because that's what we had. And so, no, I thought this seed was pretty good. Just lack of swords, honestly. But that bomb escape thing, I didn't even think about that. That was pretty smart too. So, just really all my thoughts right there.
Yeah, definitely a seed that focuses heavily on execution, for sure. Of course, P-Train and Vortex of Doom, who came in first and second overall with incredible times, they're some of the best runners out there. So catching that VOD is definitely going to be a learning experience for sure.
Yeah, I think also getting that Master Sword and doing pod with the either Mimic Clip or Potion Glitch was also a very smart idea to do. The reason why I went up to Turtle Rock was just because I could finish it. And once I got that bow, I immediately thought, I can save this portal, do the other things, come back up here, kill Trinex, and I'll be on a pretty good path to get done.
Okay, so that's what we were maybe wondering if maybe you were having some reservations, or...
No, it was more the fact that since I could save the portal and those 2 dungeons I hadn't killed Ag and all that fun stuff, I was like, maybe I can find another sword, but at the same time I can just come back up here and then just finish this game after that. I was fully planning on doing the Tri-Next fighter sword, but then once I saw the bow and I was like, that plans have just changed.
Gotcha. Good planning. Good planning.
It sucks that I took that death on Vidi. I went to the back of pod without the big key. That was cool. And then I had to keep death warping or dying to save that portal with fairies, and I'm just like, this is... Apparently my brain turned off after the hook shot and was in go mode.
Power to Mario to finish up his Master Sword Ganon fight. So, get your GGs in the chat for Power to Mario.
Right, and they're going to cross the bridge with their race time of 1:48.24. I'm sure we'll get Power to Mario in chat for just a sec, but I'm going to read off the rest of the times here. So we have Aryan Stark at 1:42.09 for 10th. Million Dime for 11th at 1:42.44. CP Colin at 1:44.43 for 12th. Diego Lazarus R4 1:44.53. That was a real close one for 13th. Frenzy for 14th at 1:47.03. Power to Mario, as we said, 1:48.23 for 15th. And then Shindig Pig has come in 6th at 1:48.27. And Oboe has finished 17th at 1:49.34.
Yeah, this was definitely to see that fortune favors the bold. Going into those low percent boss fights definitely favors the bold. But hey, we haven't mentioned in a while, but make sure to give all 4 of these racers a follow. I think our chat command is not working at the moment, but they put on a great show for us. Going into these tough boss fights, putting on a good show. Barrett 777, I finally got it right. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, Sawyer, and Power to Mario.
Yeah, definitely for the video fights alone, it's worth the follow. Also, big shout out to our trackers, Hawks59 and Chrome. So thank you again.
Hey, we're joined by Power to Mario in chat. Hi, GG.
Thanks, Lucian. Oh, yep, that was a seed.
Yeah.
Fun bow.
Fun bow and an uncharacteristic back of escape, leaving that for the last half of the game. That stinks. But good job to Sawyer for one-upping me, and Mr. Scruff and Barrett as well.
Yeah, this...
Sorry, it sounded like you were saying something, but I got cut off.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was going to say, this seed seems to be focused on low sword, low heart boss fights.
Right. Yeah, I felt really good. Like the first hour, I was cruising. Like I mean, I made a lot of these little micro movement mistakes, and I felt a little jittery moving through the overworld. But as far as doing bosses, I felt really good. And then obviously the cane hunt comes into play, and bleh.
So
That was
the back of Hyrule Castle, was this a decision that you forgot about, or was it just because there were so many options in the world, going back to Hyrule Castle was not a very attractive move.
I think eventually it drifted to the back of my mind. I knew that it was available, but I also knew that I think it was 2 checks left in Hyrule Castle, and all these other items started showing up, like getting the book, for example. I was like, well, we've got Tablet up on the mountain, we've got Spike Cave, and I've got all of those items, and a couple of the items we got were locked behind a bunch of other ones in a chain, so I just made that play and it didn't work.
Yeah, one of the things that basically every runner did in the restream was check Pyramid Fairy, and then went on a bit of a red herring hunt.
Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, that was Flippers, and what was that book in Flippers?
Book and Flippers. Two items.
Flippers.
Two items you didn't want to see.
Yeah. Oh man. And then Hookshot. Yep. So like I know no bow, right? So you might have seen I did Mimic Clip to get the Hookshot. I'm like, okay, that tells me a lot, right? It's not anywhere where I need to have the bow to get access, or the bow is not anywhere where I would need the Hookshot, right? So I knew it wasn't back of Swamp. I had gone there earlier, so I knew that wasn't a place I could go. I couldn't go to Hookshot Cave to get a bow. But or you could have gotten progressive bow, right? But logical bow, you wouldn't be able to go there. So that limited. I was able to kind of discern. Okay, here are my options left. Yeah, back of Escape, Kane was there, and then I forgot, where did we pick up the bow?
It was in Turtle Rock. Turtle
Rock, that's right. Yep. So once I was able to get Kane, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to complete dungeons. And unfortunately, you had to go back of Escape to get the bow. So, yeah. Otherwise, that seed felt like it was okay. I'm not disappointed.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, like, besides that bow, that was really the only real hook of the whole seed.
Yeah, it was pretty friendly. Kakariko set you up pretty good. And I was very tempted early on to go up the mountain because you were given lamp, mitts, hammer, everything to do so much up there. So I actually actively tried not to chase everything up there before doing Skullwoods and Thieves Town first. I don't know if that was the right move ultimately, but felt right at the time.
Once I got the mitts, I bounced up to the mountain myself. Because I got the mitts in the Sea House, and I was like, I'm on very low, and there's a bunch of checks in a dungeon up there, so I went and checked up there first.
You went up there for what reason?
To not have 4 hearts.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Mainly, but no, once I had mitts, and it was like, there's a dungeon plus Dark World, like it was 15 checks up there. So I was like, hopefully there's something up there. So I went straight there and then came back.
Yeah, it's definitely risky business to
and then
take your hearts into a moth fight.
And then once I saw boots where they were, I was really disappointed about that because they were the first check in Thieves Town.
Yeah. I felt great getting those early, and then I think that's the only thing that kept me from me being under 2 hours, or kept me from being over 2 hours, was the getting the boots so early.
Yeah, like I said, definitely a seed as far as bosses goes. Fortune favored the bold.
Yeah, after the seed, are either of you gonna go into the woodshed and practice doing some fighter sword fights?
Actually, it's kind of funny. There's a standing another game play date that we do, so I will be doing that and taking a break from rando because I've done a few seeds today already.
Yeah, I mean, fighter sword fights, I'm not sure if I struggled on any of the fighter sword fights. I definitely, obviously I don't know blind script by heart. I don't know. I know generally the pattern, but I don't have the movement down. So that might be something to practice. But other than that, I didn't feel uncomfortable doing any fighter sword fights today. But they're definitely worth practicing. I think in a low health, no safety situation, that's probably worthwhile to do. Thankfully, though, the seed gave you bottles and powder, and you had plenty of chances to kind of gird your loins for all those tough fights.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, way better answer than me. Way better.
I appreciate that. But Brycera and Lucian, thanks so much for coming and guiding everyone through the seed.
Yeah, that was a good one to watch.
All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap up here. Anyone have any final thoughts before we sign off for the day?
Master bracket represent.
Woo!
Yeah.
Gold bracket represent. Woo woo.
I'll go ahead and split the difference. I was Tempered Sword a year ago, so.
All right. Got any fire sword brackets in the comms? Nope. Darn it. We need to get one in here.
Thanks for this.
No problem. Glad to have you.
All right. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks for putting on a good show, and we'll be signing off for this race.
Have a good night, everyone.